Jason and I talk the NBA All-Star Weekend in this year's dunk contest. And is Bowman Chrome U possibly legit? Also, why is the Topps 2023 Series 1 print run so high? And for the first time ever on the DCI Podcast, Jason and I are going to rip some wax in the form of WWE Immaculate on this week's episode of the DCI Podcast.
As you see, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours.
What is up, everybody? Welcome into DCI Podcast, episode number 38. I am your host, Grayson. Alongside me is DCI's head of grading, Jason Dardick. Jason, great to be back with you here again.
Man, always a great day in the hobby. Want to say what's up to everybody and kind of steer everybody, to our Whatnot channel once again. Another killer week in Whatnot. I know we touched on last week all the new collections that we're getting in the mail to kind of go out onto that stream and kind of grow that platform. Awesome week on Whatnot. So guys, come and check it out. We've got even more stuff, awesome stuff coming next week. All $1 auctions, the best community in the hobby right now.
Love to hear that. Guys, make sure you follow DCI Grading on Whatnot, at DCI Grading. Tons of auctions going on a weekly basis with Jason right over here as your host in those streams. Amazing products going on there from all different landscapes. I even hopped in a stream this week, and you were running some Topps Chrome Star Wars.
Man, always got the new products. We like to make that new product not only obtainable but affordable. So we literally start every auction at $1. So you can catch people sleeping and get some great deals, make some money while buying cards. It's kind of crazy.
Guys, also make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the video here as well. If you are watching this episode on YouTube, really helps out our channel, guys. And if you're listening anywhere where you listen to your podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, or Amazon, anywhere else. Appreciate you guys for tuning into this week's episode of the DCI Podcast. We really appreciate your support of the show. And last thing, make sure you guys, if you're in the area, come out to see DCI Grading this weekend at the SA Collectors Expo down in San Antonio. Man, I love that show.
Yeah, we touched on that last week's
episode. I can't be
episode.
there for this one, but it's going to be, I know you guys are going to kill it. Love the community down there.
Yeah, again, one of our favorite shows to go to in the entire country. Really looking forward to being down there this weekend. $12 slab submissions. And last but not least, keep sending in those RCRs, guys, the $3 mail-ins.
Absolutely. The mail-in RCRs, guys, end at the end of March. March 31st is the last time that you're going to be able to send in cards for the $3 mail-in RCRs during the DCI RCR Farewell Tour. Still have tons of cards. I think we had like a 300 or 400 card order come in the other day, which is just crazy.
It's, again, the amount of money that you would spend to, send off all those cards is ridiculous. And then
the value is insane.
For 300 cards to get them graded for less than $1,000, it's a great value.
Unbelievable value, guys. Make sure you send those cards in to the DCI office. That is mail-in only for those $3 RCRs, guys, during the DCI RCR Farewell Tour. Ends March 31st on that one. Jason, let's go ahead and get right into it for today.
Absolutely, man.
All right, first things first, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more NBA because it just keeps on rolling. They just had the All-Star Weekend this past week. The skills challenge, the three-point contest. Shout out to Damian Lillard for winning the three-point contest. I think he deserves one. Steph Curry even gave him a shout-out on Twitter. And, of course, the event that everybody likes to watch, even as opposed to the All-Star game, which, we'll talk a little bit about that here in a sec. But first, let's talk about this year's dunk contest. Mac McClung, a guy who isn't even really in the NBA, came out of the G League, got signed by the 76ers. It feels like just so he could participate.
Absolutely, just for the dunk contest.
But, man, was he a lot of fun to watch.
Unbelievable. That was, in my opinion, a top 5 dunk contest performance of all time.
It wasn't even a competition. Shout out to Trey Murphy for having some pretty solid dunks himself. But after he did the one, it was his second to last dunk. Before he did the 540, I forget which one that was. I think it was like he jumped over the guy
reverse,
and or the reverse from the side or whatever. Like Trey Murphy's just like looking at everybody like, I can't do that.
What am I gonna do? Yeah, right. And I think that to have a guy like that and kind of like have him entered into the dunk contest late, people were kind of like, all right, if you didn't know Mac McClung prior to the dunk contest, you probably went on Google and were like, okay, who is this guy? Right. And then you probably saw all of his YouTube videos and
from his House of
and,
Highlights clips from when he was in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's been around for a long time.
Being a dunk machine. Yeah.
It doesn't take anything away from the fact that he went and, won the dunk contest, and he can do those dunks. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. He's not even that big. He's like 6'2" or something like that.
And that's in that, Jericho Sims was the big guy from Texas who was in the dunk contest. It looks more impressive. Even if they were doing the same dunks, the same time, it looks more impressive when the smaller guy does it, just because they have to, get up so much higher.
Yeah,
but
I totally agree. He was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
definitely one of the best performances we've seen, and we've seen some pretty, Derek Jones Jr., obviously Aaron Gordon, and Zach LaVine. Like over the last couple of years, there's been some pretty fantastic showings in the dunk contest. But Mac McClung definitely impressed.
He was unbelievable. But one of my favorite sports memories in 2013, I think it was 2012 or 2013. I went to Los Angeles for the All-Star game at Staples Center, and Blake Griffin was in the dunk contest, and he jumped over the Kia.
That was that year, huh?
It was the coolest thing ever. The dunk contest, if you ever have a chance to go, first of all, NBA All-Star Weekend is a blast. They do a great job. The NBA does a great job for fans. There's fan zones everywhere.
Yep.
There's always Hall of Famers and players walking around signing autographs. There's tons of stuff to do. It's a great atmosphere. I actually know that a friend of ours, Adam Rosenstein, put on a card show in collaboration with the All-Star Weekend, which is
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we like to see kind of the hobby and sports weekends like that go hand in hand. But if you ever have a chance to get to a dunk contest, make sure you go, or NBA All-Star Weekend in general, because it is so much fun. And to get to see those guys do, those dunks in person is just crazy. But yeah, Mac McClung, I wish I was in the building for that one, because it would have been insane. It would have been crazy.
Now, we're kind of talking about the positive side of it, Mac McClung putting on a great showing, but I want to kind of look at this from the other perspective here now, which is the fact that, let's face it, if Mac wasn't in this dunk contest, it would have been an absolute snooze fest. And I think that that's kind of been the MO, unfortunately, for, the dunk contest, the All-Star game, the three-point contest, and this doesn't even just go for the NBA. I would say that the new format for the NFL Pro Bowl that happened, about a month-ish ago was very unimpressive. The flag football, they tried to kind of do like the dunk contest, but it was like crazy catches. It's not doing it for me, and I don't think it's doing it for a lot of sports fans right now. What do you think? And we can talk about the dunk contest here specifically. What do you think that the NBA is doing wrong? Why can't they seem to get this iconic event back to kind of the glory that it was, aside from those outlier years? The LaVine Gordon year was obviously like a historic performance, but even Derek Jones Jr. having some great dunks, in recent years just didn't bring the hype, I feel like, that event did. Back when Michael Jordan and Dominic Wilkins were going at it, Spud Webb, even you could say guys like Gerald Green and JaVale McGee, like in their primes, having some incredible showings. What do you think it is about that contest that's just kind of been lackluster the last couple of years?
Up until the Gerald Green, JaVale McGee, I would have said it was the names, right? Obviously everyone wants to go see Michael Jordan. Everybody wants to go see Dominic Wilkins. I think that if LeBron said he was going to do the dunk contest would be the most watched dunk contest in forever, right?
I would agree.
Since Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, or whatever the next, since the McClung one, or whoever it is.
Yeah.
I think it's the lack of star power in the dunk contest, right? Like, they always have crazy athletes. Everybody in the NBA is a great athlete. And so even when they get the best of the best athletes from the NBA, the Derek Jones Jr.'s, the Mac McClungs, they don't have the same...
you said, star power.
Star power, exactly. There's no, a lot of people didn't know who Mac McClung was before the dunk contest, literally. Unless you're our age and grew up on YouTube and TikTok.
It's true.
You didn't know who he is. And so I think for that reason, that's probably why the three-point contest, you don't really hear much about it. They still get Steph Curry, Dirk, Damian Lillard, the big-name shooters to participate. It feels like that's more of a crown that the players take a little more personally. The dunk contest just kind of seems like it's for the fans, and the players have kind of made it for the fans as well. It's more just for the entertainment. They don't necessarily seem to like go out and want to win as bad as the 3-point or maybe, the fourth quarter of the All-Star game, things like that.
I couldn't agree with you more on the LeBron James comment. And I think that that's really what it stems from. And I don't mean to put all the pressure on LeBron, but it kind of started with LeBron. I think when like the mediocre side or like that kind of taste of the dunk contest started to happen, because a lot of people don't remember anything kind of prior to Jordan in the dunk contest, because back then the dunk contest was boring before Michael Jordan, being a young star in the league, decided to come out and goes, you know what? I want to show everybody that I can he didn't really dunk a lot in games like that. He didn't really get to show off his athleticism. So he wanted to be in the dunk contest to show that he is a freak athlete and to kind of show off a little bit in his younger years. And then when him and Dominic Wilkins, went head to head one year, that was a massive deal for the NBA. It led everybody else in the league to go, man, if Michael wants to do it, I want to do it.
Right.
And that carried over for multiple years. You saw guys like Spud Webb, have great showings, and other stars decided to come and show, their prowess in being able to dunk the basketball. But then when LeBron entered the league in 2003, or 2004 or whatever, he was kind of right from the get-go, like, I'm not going to be a dunk contest guy. Right. It's not something I'm interested in doing. And I really think that once he soon after became the star of the league and the number one player in the league, your new Michael Jordan goes, I don't want to do the dunk contest. That leads everybody else to go, well, if LeBron doesn't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
Right. I completely agree.
And I think that's really unfortunate that it's even carrying over to today now. We can't seem to get Ja to want to participate. We can't see. I know Zion's had injury issues, but those are the guys that today we now want to see. We want to see Ja Morant. We want to see Zion Williamson. We want to see the next wave of stars participate. I mean, even Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, like those guys don't want to do it. And I think that's really unfortunate, because those are the players, like you said, that have the star power that we all want to see participate. I really, really hope somebody steps up here and just goes, you know what, guys, we need to make this cool again, because it's fine. I've never really been a big fan of the All-Star game. Sure. I don't want to see guys get hurt. It's in the middle of the season. Everybody wants to stay healthy. I'd say that's even different than the Pro Bowl in the NFL. The season's over. You could go a little bit harder in the Pro Bowl if you really, really wanted to. Right. But the dunk contest deserves to have the best players, the best athletes, the biggest names participate in it. I agree. I just think it should be a monumental thing that we all, get to see once a year. Like, it'd be like Christmas for a sports fan. Can you imagine if all the biggest stars in the league, like if you had Ja, Zion, and LeBron, and then maybe Mac McClung on top of it? Like, if Mac McClung's the least known guy, like, he's like this dark horse that can do crazy dunks, but he's got to compete against the big names. Like, that would be so incredible. And I will say, like, maybe the one thing they can do is pay a little bit more money, NBA, to the winner, because Mac McClung, I saw, won like $100K, which, I mean, his career earnings up to that point were like $110K. Yeah. So, for Mac McClung, hey, let's go, double my career salary. Like, but for LeBron, he's like, I don't need that $100K. Right. I don't need to, waste my time practicing for it, planning for it, coming up with these dunks. Like, I don't blame the biggest stars necessarily, but I couldn't agree more. I really, really think that there just needs to be one young star who steps up, who's taking over the league right now, a guy like Ja or any of those dudes, and just goes, you know what, guys, I'm going to make this thing cool again. I'm stepping up. I'm going to dominate this dunk contest. And I really hope we just get to see that sometime in the future. Yeah, I agree. I think the NBA, is still in a good spot. Again, they've kind of messed with the formats. And totally. Don't want to be too negative about it. Yeah, Mac McClung was fun to watch, but come on, we're all thinking it. We all want to see LeBron. We all want to see Ja, and I really hope it happens someday where like the biggest stars in the league participate again. Definitely. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Let's get into the hobby topics that we've got for this week now. First one that I want to talk about is a new product that just came out. It is 2022 Bowman U Chrome football.
This year with collegiate licensing.
Yes, and I think that this is a really interesting product that I think might be getting slept on a little bit, Jason. I mean, you get 2 autographs in the box. They came out with this product last year, but there were a couple of differences. First off, they didn't have the licenses. It was an unlicensed product. Second, it wasn't all chrome. Some of it was, paper stock. Some of it had that Topps chrome finish to it. This year, it's all chrome. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they got the license for every single team, but almost every single team. I know Bama, Clemson, a lot of the big schools at the very least. I could be wrong on that. It could be every single team, but it's licensed. It's a licensed product this year.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really short checklist. It's only like 100 players. So you're talking about, you're really only going to hit like the biggest names in college football in it. I've already watched like a lot of breaks for it. The auto checklist also looks really good. There's still like a case hit in there and the big kahuna and some other really cool inserts and stuff. I just think that this is an interesting product because, obviously the Bowman brand is really big in baseball. It has been for a long time. Everybody wants the first Bowmans of those prospects and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think that football has any potential here to kind of take the reins a little bit on that, that first Bowman tag and sort of get some of that hype around it the way that it does in baseball?
I do not. However, I do think the set is undervalued, and here's why. I think the NFL products that we have right now are so inflated because of the NFL licensing. Compared to the collegiate products, you see collegiate products come out. There's a market. Don't get me wrong. There's a collegiate, market out there for sure.
But it's no secret that draft picks and Panini products don't go for as much as the NFL products do. Even when you compare prism to prism, it's not the same.
Right.
And
the reason I don't think football is going to have the first Bowman component that catches on like baseball is because of the farm system difference in, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
the way that baseball functions as opposed to football.
Right. The way the league is structured.
Yeah. The whole minor league aspect.
Exactly. It's almost its own, product.
Right.
Bowman is completely different than Topps. It's, first Bowman compared to a rookie stamp in Topps. They're just two separate things where I think the rookie stamp in football is obviously it's so solidified, right? That that's the end all be all for football, right? For pro football. For college football, there may be a first Bowman premium that we start to see down the line now that these products come out standalone, and are nice quality, have the licensing, have all the big name guys, like you said. What really attracts me to these products is the price point. And again, there's a market for all the same players that, in their college jersey versus their pro jersey. Like the market is there 100%. Your entry cost is so much lower that it makes so much more sense to, if you're going to open boxes, buy Bowman U, because again, the percent you're going to make back from your initial cost is just much, much greater.
And I think what's also interesting about this product in particular, and I agree with basically all of your points there.
Yeah.
But I think what else is interesting is that, with the way that Panini has been functioning in the last couple of years, being behind on certain products, and, by the time we get Prism and things like that nowadays, guys have already played their rookie year and stuff like that.
Right.
This set actually gives you an opportunity to
That's true.
to buy some guys and get some autos of dudes who actually haven't been drafted yet and actually have the ability to prospect a little bit on football players. And I think that that's something that the hobby has been missing a little bit.
I completely agree with that.
And you can actually, I believe you can get autos of guys who are still going to be in college for, another year or so.
Yep.
So you can really get ahead on some guys if you want to.
Right.
Cade Klubnik, like the Clemson quarterback, some guys like that who are still younger. But, then you can get ahead on Caleb Williams, who's probably going
Sure.
to be one of the best QBs. So I think that's really interesting too.
Yep.
I agree with you. I don't necessarily think that the first Bowman tag is going to have the same impact in football as it ever will in baseball,
Right.
just again because of the structure. But I think that that's what really attracts me. The licensing aside, the checklist and all those things aside, the fact that this product really gives you an opportunity to actually prospect again in football a little bit, that's a lot of fun for me as a collector.
That I completely agree with. Regardless of if it says first Bowman or not,
Right.
I definitely agree. The timing and the available, like the class when they come out in the season gives you that prospecting ability, which again, there's a market for everything, So
Yeah.
if that's your thing, if you're a big college football guy, this may be, the best way for you to buy wax or buy cards, singles. Maybe you just know college football and you want to go buy Bowman U singles.
And I know that there's a college football market, but I still feel like it's fairly untapped. There's so many college football fans out there.
Right.
And it's probably because a lot of them are also NFL fans, and that's just where the money's at and things like that. But I still feel like the college football market, in terms of the hobby, has growth potential still, and
I do too.
That's I may be wrong on that, and we may also be wrong on that first Bowman.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I mean, let's face it. Baseball has been doing that for a very, very long time. This is only the second year that they're really
Right.
doing it for football. Who knows? In 5-10 years, it could take off to where people maybe start going there's 5,000 of his rookie cards, but there's only 100 first Bowmans.
Exactly. And so that's where I was going to say, typically the the print run for collegiate products is much smaller than like an NFL Prism,
Yep.
right? Oftentimes you'll see as well, again, the price point being lower. As the pro products come out, those collegiate products don't hold value as well. Again, a lot of people are going to get priced out of the $10,000 Herbert, Prism autos.
Yep.
And they're going to want a really nice Justin Herbert on-card auto. Well, if you're looking in the $1,000 price range, it's going to be a lower-end Panini NFL, auto, or a very nice, University of Oregon on-card, flawless Herbert, something like in that range. So I understand the flippability, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like the turning profit, you always want to have the NFL stuff. But a lot of end collectors, the people who are buying cards at the end of the day, are college football fans. And I think you're exactly right. That market will continue to grow and isn't going anywhere. And as people get priced out of their favorite players in their NFL jerseys and cards, well, they're going to turn to the collegiate stuff, the nice collegiate stuff.
And who knows, this could also carry over to college basketball for, the Bowman U
Sure.
brand as well. So it can be really interesting to watch. I'm glad that they made those upgrades, to bring the licensing in,
And
to
all the
make the
chrome.
whole set chrome.
Yeah,
I
and
like
it was
to
a
see
fun
that.
set last year. I'm definitely going to rip some just for again, it's a great price point.
I think it's like less than $200 a box right now on release week. So definitely, guys, don't sleep on
And
Bowman
a good
U
class.
Chrome.
Good
Yeah.
class. It's a fun,
Great
at
class.
the very least, it's a fun product to rip. Chrome product, under $200 a box, two
Small
autographs,
checklist.
small checklist.
It's got a lot going for it, man.
And on the flip side of that, we have 2022 Topps Series 1 baseball.
2023.
I'm
Top
sorry.
Series 1
Can't even
baseball.
remember what year it
No,
is.
you're good. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this
Oh,
because,
man.
we're talking about a short print run, right, on Bowman U Chrome, but man, the numbers recently got tweeted out of the 2023 Topps Series 1 baseball print run, and it is absolutely ridiculous.
It's
Jason.
astronomical.
Over
Yeah.
the last 5 years, it has gone from around 175,000 to in the 200,000s to last year's 2022 was about 700-ish thousand. This
Right.
year, they are getting close to almost a million.
$1 million of each base card.
Of each base card in the product on the print run. I was just at
A
my local
900
Target yesterday. There was more blasters of Series 1 than there was of almost every other product in the card section combined.
That's okay. So it's a 992 card checklist. If
Oh
they
my
print, if they print
goodness.
$1 million of each base card, that's almost 1 billion cards. They're 8 million shy of 1 billion.
That's just, even sitting here, that is astronomical. That is unreal.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure if you're in the hobby, you saw some of the pictures of some of the breakers out there
ripping all the wax.
I mean, there's like the entire shop is just flooded with the packs and the packaging, searching for all those huge hits and stuff. I mean, Jason, this scares me a little bit.
I'm right there with you. So again,
I do not want to enter another junk wax era, but it's moves like this that really start to put me in that headspace. We just gave Topps some credit for the Bowman U.
Right.
I got to give them a little bit of a thumbs down on this one.
And so for me, being a baseball collector, Series 1, has always been the flagship rookie card, right? It's Series 1, 2, or update. Like the Topps paper is the true rookie, the Topps rookie card. And then as Chrome came out and now has become, the better technology, I think Chrome has kind of overtaken it a little bit, but
still people kind of go one way or another.
Every year when Series 1 comes out, people go and they buy hobby boxes or jumbo boxes looking for the Series 1 rookies, right? The flagship Topps rookies. You're going to get them. You're going to get them this year. And it's a good class, so you're going to get a bunch of them. But so is everybody else, unfortunately. And that's and that's that's the thing, like you were saying, it's not a great card. Like, I'm happy to have the rookie card of Adley Rutschman. He's a great player and I think he's going to be awesome. I want to have Adley Rutschman rookie cards, but I don't want to have the one that 100,000 other people have.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And so that's kind of disappointing.
It is. And I mean, and as a collector, as somebody who has what I like to call a toxic relationship with retail, every time I'm in a Target or a Walmart, I can't help myself. I feel like I got to snag a blaster or a hanger or something like that. When I'm standing there in that section and I see that, a blaster or a pack of Topps Series 1 is going for just as much as, select basketball or, some Prism football when that comes out or something like that, I'm just never going to feel the need to spend the same amount of money on a product that is getting printed 5x more.
Right.
And I know that the hits are big and when you do hit it's
they
can be, but it's just not very encouraging for me as a collector. Like you said, I want rookie cards. That's what everybody chases in every sports.
Rookie. I just don't want them to be.
I just don't want to feel, or not just feel, but know that everybody else has it too.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
It's crazy. The fact that they're really printing that much, and again, I think the threat of the whole junk wax era, part 2 or whatever. I feel like we were already sort of maybe tiptoeing into it.
Sure.
With the way that, how much Prism gets printed nowadays and some things like that, and how watered down some of these products can get. But this is, that's actually, like I said, that's scary how much they're printing as opposed to like when you look at how much they were printing just 5 or 4 years ago.
Right.
I mean, it is a fraction of it. It's insane. So, I mean, I don't blame anybody for wanting the flagship set for baseball.
Just be careful. Don't go crazy.
Yeah, don't go crazy out here. Don't be buying cases, thinking that you're kind of getting your value back, because I really just don't think you are with those numbers.
Right. There's going to be so many PSA 10s out there that the PSA 10 premium, you know what I mean, is not going to be the, same on that product like it is for
the slab's going to be worth more than the card. Right. It feels like type thing,
100%.
Hey, you know what? I hope anybody who does buy a case, I hope you hit a 1 of 1, or I hope you hit something crazy, to help yourself out. But I just feel like that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, the base
for
rookie
a lot of
chase,
people. The base rookie chase is not there this year for Series 1 baseball. Unfortunately, it looks like.
That's right.
All right, Jason.
On the complete other end of the wax spectrum, real quick, let's touch base. We talked about it last week in the podcast. This is the first year that we are seeing WWE Immaculate. So a very high-end set from Panini. Very excited to preview this for you guys here on stream. We have our very own box of WWE Immaculate Collection. This is going to be fun. It's a very high-end, pretty much the highest-end WWE set that has ever been released, at least by Panini.
This is exciting. First time ever on the DCI podcast. You and I are going to open a box of this right now.
Open it live for you guys. You'll get to see. We'll talk a little bit about the collation of the product, some of the hits as well, and then
So let's go ahead, and we are going to transition our camera to bring in a hand cam for you guys right now. Here we are, guys. We've got the hand cam going. We have got a box of WWE Immaculate here. We're going to rip it live. You're going to see the face cam there in the background.
You get to see our reaction as well. So
kind of the behind the scenes there, some of the stuff that we got behind the
so
camera in the studio. But let's go ahead and get right into this, Jason.
All right, guys. Immaculate every year comes into, Immaculate comes in a nice tin. It's a very high-end product. They put a box inside of a box. So here is our Immaculate WWE.
6 cards, right?
6 cards per box. Comes in a little nice jewelry box looking thing. They seal both ends as well. So I'm going to get in here. Forgot my box cutter today, so I'm using a little drill bit.
All right. I'm excited for this, man.
You ready?
You already had some great luck with UFC Immaculate. So
I did. So we were definitely ready to get into the WWE for the first time. Guys, tons of legends. We're looking for rookies, on-card autos, some sweet patches. Here we go, 6 cards. All right, so what
this is the first, guys. We have never ripped wax live on the DCI podcast or, just on any of our episodes. So here we are, episode 38. I can't believe this is the first time we're doing this on the episode, though.
It took us way too long to get to this point here, and I'm, of course, going to just butcher this right.
We were both excited about this product. It's okay.
Here we go. All right. So we are going to turn this quickly, and we've got a redemption on the back, which is good. And you can see here are our 6 cards.
Maybe set that up right there.
Perfect. First card, I'm going to let we'll alternate here.
Sure.
We've got a Nikki Lyons rookie card. You can see here. Nikki Lyons, numbered 14 of 65.
There you go.
And that is going to be our Immaculate base. That is the base set design for Immaculate this year. Very cool one.
Beautiful card there.
Yep.
All right, I'll
very
get the next one
set,
here.
Guys. Very high-end set.
All right, next we've got out of 99, Dominic Mysterio.
Very nice. Dominic Mysterio. These are all wrestler-worn.
Immaculate Standard.
Yep, so it's going to tell you on the back there.
Yep. Superstar worn, used material on that one, guys.
Very nice.
Very nice. I'm going to set this
number to 99 as well. All right, this should be another patch here. Another patch, and then our first auto coming up next. Our next patch is Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose. Let's see. That looks like it's a part of the canvas. Yes. Jumbo ring canvas. And it tells you this was actually used at NXT Stand and Deliver.
Oh, so wow. So they even tell you the event.
Yep. It tells you the
cool.
actual event that the relic was used from. So very nice. Mandy Rose. We've got 85 of 99 on the patch.
All right. First auto, guys. This is going to be a Cowboy Bob Orton.
Very nice.
Heralded signatures.
So sticker there on the
on
Cowboy Bob Orton.
That is 69 of 99. Nice.
Nice. There you go.
Very nice auto there for Mr. Orton.
WWE legend.
There we go.
Cowboy
Beautiful.
Bob Orton. All right, we're going to go last 2 here at the same time. I guess.
Yeah, I guess
the
first auto that you got here.
Jerry Lawler, Jerry the King Lawler. Good name there. Heralded signatures again. So there's our second autograph of the box. And now, guys, for our redemption, WWE 2022 Panini Immaculate Collection Shadow Box Signatures.
That's a good one.
Card number 6. So it's going to be just an on-card auto. Card number 6. American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. That is a big one. That is a very good one.
That is a great hit right there to end the box.
Nice one there. Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare. Unfortunately, it was a redemption. Panini can't get their act together here. But
hopefully you get that one back quick.
We will show you guys. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it comes back quick. We will show you guys the hits a little closer in our next video maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, hopefully grab a box of Bowman U for us for next week's episode.
That was awesome. That's I was honestly like, maybe, I saw the 2 patch cards. I was like, man, there's got to be something big coming up
I know,
here.
right? And 2 patch cards, no autos, and then 2 autos, and then our redemption. So We'll take it. 3 autos.
But hey, Cody Rhodes, we
Cody
like
Rhodes,
that.
absolutely.
We gotta like that. Shadow box signatures.
Good box.
All right, there we go. First time ripping wax on the DCI podcast.
Pretty
We're gonna
good.
have to do that again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, I think we review a product and then rip a box of it on the next episode. So next week, Bowman U football.
And I think you got that box out of a whole case, I'm pretty sure. So
I might have some more
you might have some more sitting around that you
some more work to do when we get home.
Yeah, for sure. So who knows, guy? If you have any if Jason hits anything huge, it's probably going to be on his Twitter. So make sure you follow Jason on Twitter at not Jason Dardick. So
That's
if you're
right.
interested in maybe some of the hits that you want to see out of this product, guys, so make sure you give our boy a follow on Twitter as well.
I can tell you for sure that they will be on our Whatnot stream. So you guys make sure you come and check out.
Oh, you're going to
DCI
bring some of this to the Whatnot too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
Always the new products.
Definitely make sure you follow DCI on Whatnot then at DCI Grading, guys, if you want to get your hands on some WWE Immaculate.
That's right. Next week, don't miss it.
Awesome. All right, Jason, I think that's going to do it for us this week. Any final thoughts?
Keep sending in your RCRs, guys. We really appreciate you. We got about 6 weeks left on those $3 RCRs. That is it.
Pleasure as always.
All right.
Guys, I'm Grayson Nolette. This is Jason Dardick. This was DCI Podcast, episode number 38. Again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help support the channel, guys. Follow DCI on Whatnot. Send in your RCRs, and we'll see you at the SA Collectors Expo this weekend in San Antonio. Until next time, peace.